Hello, faithful listeners, everybody out there. We are back as usual again for the first time because that joke is not old at all for another movies, music, and middle age podcast. Say hello to the people, Jordan.
Hello, Mr. Anderson.
Agent Smith is in the house. So, yes, Jordan has given it away, but I'll let him still take the honors as usual. Tell the people what we're going to be talking about today, Jordan.
We will be talking about the 1999 mindfuck classic, The Matrix.
That is true. Yes. 1999, which I know we've done a ton of movies from the 80s. For some reason, I don't know, maybe because this was a turning point in cinema and everything that came after, but it feels so long ago, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It feels
Yeah,
like forever ago, but it
yeah,
doesn't.
it's funny because it feels like it's like, oh, the 90s weren't that long ago. And then I realized that, oh shit, it actually was that
I
long
realized
ago.
I was 18 when this movie came out, and I'm nowhere near
Yes,
18 now. Yeah, so 1999. So, oh yeah, to clarify, we're not going to be talking about well, I guess I was going to say the trilogy, but there's four of
the
them now.
quadrilogy.
The quadrilogy, unless you want to count Animatrix too. We're going to be talking solely about the original Matrix. Maybe we'll talk about some of the other ones at another point, but just the original with Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, Joe, Joey Pants, Joe Pantoliano,
Joe, oh,
Joey,
Joey Pants
Joey, Joey
of,
Pants,
of Bad Boys fame.
Hugo Weaving,
Carrie
um,
Ann Moss.
Carrie Ann Moss. Yeah. You know what? So I'm throwing this out there before we start talking about the movie, but and you may not agree, but I'm curious if you do. I look at this as a movie from, I'll call it, I'm making this up, right? No one's ever says, but phase two of Keanu's career, right? I feel like he has three phases. I feel like phase one was the Bill and Ted, Point Break, Speed, right? Everything in that, maybe 1993 at the
his
most, right?
first his first his first part of his career where he's just like
Parenthood,
a young
right?
yes, he's
Stuff
a
like that. So there's that. Those movies, I feel like maybe it's again subjective, but I feel like those movies exist in their own. They had a start date and an end date, and he stopped being that person. I feel like this movie. So phase three is the John Wick era, right? I'll just kind of jump ahead, but I feel like phase two, he was. I guess what
it
I'm getting at
wasn't
is
the Shadow era from Sonic 3.
no. I feel like he
So good movies.
he's never
Okay,
not
anyway.
been a star since he became popular, but I feel like after kind of Speed, it kind of like you didn't really hear anything from him. I mean, he did stuff, right? But 94, 95, 96, I feel like he kind of leveled off and it was like, oh, Keanu, yeah, he's cool. I feel like this movie kind of brought him up to the stratosphere again. Like he almost became a star again with this movie. He was huge. I don't know if you agree, but I feel
I
like this was
didn't
like
really
phase two.
I mean I didn't follow the trajectory of his career, but now that you're saying it, it does kind of make sense. It does very much feel like three individual
Right? Yeah.
phases. Now he's in the later phase. It's all about like barely speaking badasses. Um,
A lot of people don't even get one turn at stardom, let alone three different, career,
yes.
arcs, if you
Yeah.
will, right?
I mean, John
Because
Travolta only got two.
yeah, he did. Hey, listen, like I said, some people don't get one, but
Uh, uh,
I mean, I know,
Us included.
yeah, yeah, right, exactly. I know we're a little bit, I mean, not that far apart, right? But I remember, and again, this is me, right? So this is not a, universe-wide thing, but I remember when this movie came out, he was the quote, right, older star, right? Because I mean, he had been in movies for over a decade at this point, right? Probably like 14 years, right? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, he's
right.
been there
So he
for a
was like, oh,
while.
he wasn't young anymore. He wasn't fresh, right? Speed was the last. I think from honest, again, I'm not saying there weren't, but for me, I remember thinking Speed was like 92, and then I don't remember anything between 92 and 99. And then I'm like, oh, Keanu's in this. This is cool. I like Keanu, but he wasn't a star. But I think this made him bigger than he was before.
Oh, 100%, without a doubt. I mean, this was now you can maybe the newer generation
Yeah,
is he's John Wick to them, but he's
exactly. They're
fucking
like,
Neo to us,
who is Bill and
millennials.
well,
And Bill and
yeah,
Bill and
yeah.
Ted,
I mean, do you so
Theodore
you don't have any
Preston,
memories?
Esquire.
Ted Theodore Logan. Do you
Oh,
have any
Ted
memories
Theodore.
of that though? Like seeing this movie and thinking like,
This
oh,
movie,
well, I mean, like he wasn't a star. Do
because
you
I
remember?
actually do have, you've asked me every time if I remember, but I remember when I saw this movie for the first time because I was a senior in high
Okay,
school.
okay,
And for those of us who were in high school in that around that time, they wheeled in the AV equipment, which was the big tube television with the VCR on the bottom. and we
Yes.
watched it on VHS for the first time. I don't remember the class it was in. I just remember
Wait. You watched this in school?
we watched this in school. I think it was the end of the year.
Okay. I was like, what is the context for this? Was it a film class or
Zero,
just like it's
zero
June 20th
context.
and we don't want to teach you
It's
anything?
June 20th. We don't want to
That's
teach you anymore.
so weird. I have no idea. This is amazing, actually, really. So you saw it on a 19-inch TV.
Saw it on a 19-inch TV from like the
Oh my
fourth
God.
row in a classroom for the first time. And
So
even like that, I was like, holy shit, I need to rent this movie. And I need to, I think I just straight up, it was one of the first DVDs I owned when DVDs
okay.
came out. I think I might have,
Yeah.
did I own it on VHS? I don't know if I owned it on VHS. I think I just bought this one straight up on DVD.
That is wild to me. Honestly, I'm not even being
And I
sarcastic
remember
because
watching it on DVD for the first time. I was at a friend's house and we put it on and we were like watching just scenes from it in DVD quality, right? And be like, oh my God, look at this.
I remember. So my mother listens to this podcast. I don't care if anybody knows, but
Uh-oh.
I remember when we first got our DVD. I bought the DVD player with my own money when I was probably 18. I paid $450 for a DVD player in 98, which is
I
probably $900 now. And my mother, the first thing she said was, I don't see the difference, right? So I remember pulling a
Mom, come on.
VHS. I literally said, Mom, okay, let's get the I had it. I think we had, I think it was The King and I or something. She had The King and I on VHS. I put it on. I said, all right, watch the first 5 minutes. Okay, now I turn it off. I put the DVD on the same movie. I
Yeah.
said, I put that on. I said, so much better. She's like, I
Camera
don't see the
one,
difference.
camera
I
two.
said, how do you not
Camera
see the
one,
difference?
camera two.
It's like
Corporate wants us to find the difference between these two pictures.
It's like 6p versus 420p. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry,
Can I go
mom,
off on a
but
tangent and tell you that the first time I got the way I bought my first DVD player was someone
I
hit the back of my car in a Burger King drive-through
once got
and
busy in a Burger King bathroom.
he gave me he gave me like a check or
This is,
whatever,
this is
and
such.
instead of spending it to fix my bumper, I bought a DVD player.
I know this is true because you can't make up something like that. That's amazing. I'm hoping it didn't cost you $450. That is not
I
exaggeration.
I don't know, maybe it was 200 or something by the time I got this
I remember spending four
DVD
hundred
player.
fifty dollars, and I don't have a budget, but I had, I probably was living pay. I was at home, but I probably just got a paycheck and then spent it, and that was it, right? But I think I had like I can buy two movies. Like, I hope you want to watch The Terminator 37 times because that's all I can afford. Um,
But
okay,
yes,
a little
back
bit
to the
trivia here.
Matrix.
Back to the movie. So I have to tell you, I actually thought I'm going to take some notes, watch the movie. Right? I thought without a doubt this movie was the highest grossing movie in 1999. It wasn't. It was number four. I was shocked.
What
It
the
was number
hell
four.
was 1 through
So that's
three?
okay. So here's the trivia question. So this movie again, I thought it was the highest grossing movie in 1999. It wasn't. It was number four. You can guess any of them? Can you get any of the pick any one of the three and you get it right? Name one movie in 1999 that was above this movie as far as the gross goes.
I don't, I'm trying to remember what came out
I'll give you
in
a hint. We did something
1999.
related to one of these movies a couple weeks ago.
Something really,
Very recent podcast, like 2 episodes ago.
was it did the Phantom Menace come out
Yeah, it
in
was number
99?
Phantom Menace was number one.
I saw
So you
that
got
twice in the theater.
so
So,
Phantom Menace was number one in 1999. The Sixth
right.
Sense was number two. And if you remember, the twist was, spoiler, that it was Bruce Willis in a wig the entire time. And, and number three, Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2.
I swear to God,
Oh,
Star Wars. As soon as I saw it as a kid, it makes sense. But I don't know why. I remember this movie, and it is huge, right? It made $463 million on a $63 million budget, which is batshit crazy. But I don't know why. I just thought, oh, it's got to be number one. I said number four. So
I
apparently,
mean, when
1999 was a big year for blockbusters.
I guess when you think about it, I mean,
They all make sense. They all make sense except Sixth Sense.
yes, yes. I mean, Toy Story 2,
See that,
that's a
people.
known entity.
Yes.
Star Wars
Well,
is Star Wars. The
Star.
Matrix
That was
was a
the first. Yeah.
brand new, original, I mean, fucking groundbreaking after you
A
watched it and realized what the
hundred
hell it was.
percent. So
Zack
yes.
Snyder watched this movie and said, all my movies will be in slow motion, but it will have zero story,
No
whereas
plot.
no plot.
So
So
I
I'd
want to
like to
jump.
thank the Wachowski sisters for making this groundbreaking movie, but also partly responsible for Zack Snyder's making movies that have no plot and just
No
slow motion
plot.
for the sake of slow motion.
Well, as they say, right? Often imitated, never duplicated.
Correct.
I do want to jump back to what you were saying before about seeing this. Well, God, on a 19-inch screen, that must have been the most underwhelming experience ever. But so I remember, and I know we talk about this every week, but I remember vividly where I saw it because I went with about 7 or 8 friends. This was a big deal, and it's not a joke, right? We wound up. This is when you couldn't buy reserved seats, and you had to just buy a ticket and hope for the best. So we wound up getting there like right when it started. I walked in as they were finding Trinity, and the cops came. And they're already dead, right? We had to sit in the front row. So you saw it on a 19-inch screen.
Your men are already
Your men are
dead.
already dead. Don't give me that jurisdiction bullshit. You watched on a 19-inch TV. I sat probably 19 inches away from a 30-foot screen. So very different experience. But you probably don't, but do you remember the ads? I remember the ads at all. Do you remember seeing the ads and like, what is the Matrix? Do you remember those at all?
I had when they put that movie on,
Uh-huh.
I had no idea what I was watching. I did not know this was completely
I don't know what's better.
brand spanking new of just being like, what the fuck am I seeing with
So you had
this
no idea like Keanu's in a new
zero,
movie. You had never,
zero,
have you heard of
no
it? Like
clue,
anything? You just,
no, nothing.
that's insane to me. It really is. Because I saw this movie for months. There was like this as viral as it could be in 1999, right? But it was like you'd open up a newspaper and there were no Keanu Reeves. It didn't say Lawrence Fishburne. There were no pictures. It was just text. What is the Matrix? Right? You'd go, oh, on a side of a bus. What is the Matrix? I was like, what is the Matrix? Right? There was
What the fuck
nothing.
is the
No
Matrix?
rating. Like no coming in October, August. No,
Just what is the Matrix?
just what is the Matrix? And it was viral. And I was all my friends. This sounds like I'm making it up. But we're all like, what is the Matrix? I have to find out what is the Matrix is coming out next month. What is the Matrix? I think we knew Keanu eventually, like as it got closer, we knew Keanu was in it, but we were super excited because we were
You wanted
Keanu
to know what the
fans.
Matrix was.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so it was two things, right? So it kind of plays off for like yeah, everyone wanted to see it and be like, what is the Matrix? We had to find out what the Matrix was. But I this is one of those movies that I wish I could see it for the first time again. I don't know, if you feel the same way.
I want to watch someone watch it for the first time. So a lot of these movies are things where I'm waiting for my children to be old enough so I can sit and watch them watch it. So at
Well,
least I
your oldest is
can
what,
live.
13?
Yeah,
You could watch that with her. It's
this
not.
one, not the second one, because they decided to throw in a gratuitous
Oh.
5 minute trans sex scene
An
from
EDM,
an
an EDM,
EDM party with
EDM orgy.
Neo and Trinity just going at it for 8 minutes.
But I do remember, I mean, yeah, I think I forget how you phrased it, right? But this movie, I remember within 5 minutes thinking I have never seen anything like. I was only 18, right? But I
It
had
had to
never.
be the first five. I mean, in the first
I was
five
like, I've
minutes, you see
never seen
someone
anything that
jump in
looked
the
like
air,
this.
a
But
camera spin around while they're frozen in midair, and then she proceeds to beat the shit out of a bunch of cops.
it just,
Like,
it just,
when did that ever happen? This must have been like what people saw when they first saw Christopher Reeves fly in 1978 or 79 when it came, because no
but
one's
that,
ever fucking seen this before.
I just, and I
They
hate to.
invented bullet time
I
for
hate to speak
this.
in cliches, right? Because whatever, but sometimes they are true. I feel like, at least for me, again, if you were born in 2000, this is different, right? But for me, at least in our era, I feel like there's a line in the sand for there were movies before The Matrix and there were movies after The Matrix, right? Like this changed how I
This
looked at
changed
movies.
every act. Yes, it
100%.
changed. It changed how every movie has been made since then.
Right. And how I looked at them too, right?
Yeah.
Not only how they were made, but I almost going anything that's even remotely in this kind of genre is going to be measured against this movie for me going forward. That's how,
Yes.
and like that
Yes.
was immediate. That was like, oh, a month later, a week later. As I'm watching, I'm like, I have never seen anything like this.
Until
This is
Zack
amazing.
Snyder's Rebel Moon came out, and now that is the new benchmark.
People are going to think that you get paid by the numbers. Every time we mention Zack Snyder, you just get like a ching. His
God, I
his
don't like
his
him.
Venmo gets
Okay.
hit with $5. But even like even so, yes, the effects, right? That too. But the look, right? The green was everywhere, right? That
Oh, yes.
there's almost the. I know it sounds stupid, but maybe not with the tech, but like there's a very minimalist look to it in the beginning, right? She's in a room. There's not much there. There's not a lot occupying the
Every
frame.
everything is very blank. Like it's
Yes,
not like everything is his office, Thomas Anderson's office is like devoid of anything. It's just
his
whites
computer's
with
not
a
even turned on.
it, whites
We'll get to that. We'll
with
get to that.
green tint, right? Um,
Morpheus.
the only yeah, there's very little inside when you really look at it. There's very little inside the Matrix.
Correct, correct, correct. And it almost, I get, well, again, maybe this is me, and I'm sure. Well, listen, I know people have probably, and this is not sarcasm. People have probably written PhDs, right, in film studies on this movie. I'm not going to get into
I
that
mean,
kind of
they
stuff,
have.
but
This got me into philosophy,
you
this
can
movie.
you can almost say that the green, right, represents the code, right? It's almost like
Well,
the,
that's yeah,
yeah, it's
absolutely.
there's a
I mean,
green tone throughout the whole movie.
it was, and you can't talk about this movie without bringing up. I now, at the time watching it, I mean, everyone had their own
Interpretation.
interpretation, what it was
Yeah,
about, what it
yeah,
meant.
yeah.
It has since been announced. I don't know how often or how early. I was looking it up, um, but it was
Well, now it's like a,
made to be a trans
yeah, gender
allegory,
identity.
which makes perfect sense
Yeah,
because when
yeah.
this movie came out, it was the Wachowski brothers. Then it was the Wachowskis, and now they're the Wachowski sisters.
I
So I
think
don't want to, so they're Lillian and Lana Wachowski. And when I
yes.
read up on the allegory and all the details
Yeah,
about it,
yeah.
I mean, obviously it's true because they said it was, but it all lines up with.
I th think the
But
beauty
there's
of it
more
though
beyond that,
is
but
that you
that is
can
there as well.
you could take it in the way that maybe they intended it to be or hope to imply, but you could also take it down 10 different other paths, right? Some kind of,
Well, yeah, I mean, what is reality?
right,
What
right,
is
right,
real? What
right,
isn't real?
right.
What is, what does it
What is
mean?
the Matrix? Yeah, no, no, like I
What is the
said,
Matrix?
um, and I think that's one of the, I mean, there's so many good things about this movie, but I think that's one of the strongest points is that you can make a case for probably 10 different things and not be wrong, right? You can say, well, yeah, I understand they said this, but here's the example. I think a friend of mine actually wrote a paper in college about this. But it's been, I mean, again, it's like 25 years ago. But
Yes.
jumping into the movie, right? More into the movie rather than just us fawning over it. The movie grabs you, or at least I think, right? Movie grabs you right away with that Trinity chase and her escaping to the phone. But I did laugh watching it back last week with the phone booth. I could picture like,
Oh yeah. People today
what,
watching and being like, what did she just go into?
what is that? What is that
What is going
rectangular
on?
box that she just
That
went into? What did she?
that doesn't exist anywhere.
Do you like? Do your
And you
kids
have
know
to
what a
find a
phone booth is?
landline? No.
Like, if you showed
There's
them, just
absolutely no way they would know
like
what a
it.
phone booth is.
Can you do this for next week? You just tell me later offline here, right? But can you just don't no context, just pull up a picture of a phone, but don't tell them, hey, honey, look at this, and just ask
What
them
is
what they
this?
think. What do you think it is?
Sure,
I'm
sure.
so curious.
Yeah, that's actually a kind of thing that they say when you ask this generation to act like they're talking on the phone by using their hand instead of doing what we millennials do of the pinky and the thumb. They just use the flat of their hand because
Yeah,
that's what phones look like.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Or I loved when we had an old digital camera and I gave it to one of my kids and they tried to like touch screen it. I'm like, there's no touch screen. It's just you
Yeah,
just
I've
look at
been
the
there.
picture. But yeah, I mean, when Neo goes to the club for the first meets Trinity for the first time, it's
Follow the
almost
white
like,
rabbit.
oh yes, well, and then they wind up using that later, right? With in the fourth one, wasn't it White
They
Rabbit?
did. Yep. Yep.
I wonder if that I didn't even think about that connection until now. But I almost feel like you're in the movie with Neo at that point, right? You're with them because in the very beginning, right? I mean, he finds that pretty early, right? But it's like Neo wants to find out what the Matrix is, but as I mentioned, right, you also are like, what is the Matrix, right? So you're
Yeah,
almost kind of,
what is going on? All these people know something that I don't know, and me and Thomas Anderson are the two people who have no clue what the hell these people are talking about.
because there are
And then they
some.
bring you into
Okay.
it like when you get the mouth closing bit
Oh
when
yes, during the interrogation, yeah,
during the interrogation, then obviously they pick up Neo, um, and he's in the room and Morpheus is telling him all about, and he makes him choose between the red and the blue pill.
yeah, yeah.
And then when the mirror starts melting, like you were like, I was sitting there going like, what the fuck is happening? Holy shit.
Yeah, yeah. I think what, like I said, I think what I'm getting at was too is that there are. It's not in every movie or every TV show, right? But there are some movies where it's probably a term for this, right? But where you know things that the character doesn't, right? You know what I mean? But
Yes.
in this
Wait,
case, we don't. We are in the same boat as Neo in the beginning because just like him, and that it's not like oh we know oh he's gonna find out. Wait till Neo finds out. We don't know along with him, right?
there's a
We're with
single
him.
POV throughout this
Correct.
movie. You are
Correct.
living in the POV of Neo. Very rarely are there scenes that don't include him because eventually you start seeing the POV of Agent Smith.
Yeah.
But for this one, the
Joey
first
Pants.
one at least, 90% of, well, yeah, and Joy Pants, but I would even argue that the vast majority of the movie is seen through you are
Correct.
walking with
Yes.
Neo.
Yes. And I think yeah. Yeah. Right. He's learning kung fu. He's learning the programs, right? He's learning you're learning things in real time with him in the movie.
He's eating the food that contains all the basic amino acids that
It doesn't
a
contain everything the body needs. I do laugh. I still I've seen it 30 times. I laugh when he's at the computer in his office and he gets a delivery with the phone from Morpheus. He's just staring there. I don't know why. I don't know what is that supposed I don't know. It feels like it's something
why is
messed
there
up.
I don't know if I got a
Is
delivery at my office and it was just a phone in a
no, but he's
box.
not his computer's not he's just sitting there, his hands on the desk, just staring at his
We don't know what time it was. Maybe he
I
just
guess he
logged, maybe
just
it was the
got there.
morning and he just got there and he's like, oh shit, I got to do this again.
That's how I feel every day.
It's Monday
Uh,
morning. He gets to his office, he sits down, he's like, fuck, I guess I should hit on.
and I think I'm saying the obvious. I can't picture anybody else in this role. I mean, it's easy to say after the fact, right, in
Well, I mean, Will
hindsight, but
Smith.
God, please stop. I really can't. I don't think it would be the success that it is and
Keep
was without
Trinity's
him.
name out your damn mouth. Just
Oh my
slaps Agent
God.
Smith in the face.
Oh, the movie's over.
Neo just slapped the shit out of me.
He's banned from the Matrix for 20 years. But I mean, Keanu is the star of this movie, but as much as I don't think this movie works without him, I think you have to admit that Hugo Weaving plays Agent Smith.
Holy God.
He's clearly the bad guy, but two things. He plays the role perfectly, and he's so fucking cool in this role. I'm sorry, he
There's
just
so
is.
much menace in the way he delivers every single line. There's menace. There is like like the whole big speech, which I have since grown
Are
to
you
love
are
even
you going to do
more.
it?
I'm not gonna I mean I
Oh,
do
you're talking about
have
at the
it
end where they
up.
have Morpheus in the building?
Yes, when he has Morpheus in the building, he's
It's
talking about how the
metal.
human beings uh are like a disease, a
Yes.
cancer on the planet. And I'm like, now in 2026, I'm like, he's so fucking right.
Yeah,
At the
yeah.
time, you're like, save Morpheus, Neo. And now I'm
You're like,
watching and I'm like, hold on. I'm gonna use a phrase the kids use. Let him cook. Let him
let him
cook.
cook. He's got
Let him
he's got
cook.
a point.
He's
He's
got a
got a
point.
point. He just I think the movie without either one of them, right? He's listen, I can't think of a better expression, but the yin and the yang of making this movie work
Uh,
is Morpheus and I'm
In
sorry,
order
Neo and Agent Smith.
in order to have the best movies with a hero needs to have
You have your Darth Vader and your Luke Skywalker.
you need to have a good villain to go up against the hero. Otherwise, what the fuck's the point?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah. The
you
John
know,
McClane and Hans Gruber, right?
exactly.
Neo and
Luke
Agent
and
Morpheus.
Darth, yeah.
Yeah.
Neo
Um,
and Agent Smith, yeah.
I was
You
trying
can't
to think of
have
a really bad example just to make it funny. But
um Dalton and
yes. Oh my God, why can't I think of his name?
Dalton and the guy
Wesley.
Wesley, yeah. Wesley.
The JC Penney's coming here because of me. Yeah, I mean the whole like, what good is a phone call if you were unable to speak? Such a great his delivery. He doesn't have the same like he does, but he doesn't. It's almost like Alan Rickman in Die Hard. Every word he says, he holds your attention. You just want to hear. I just want to
Yes.
listen to him. He speaks. Just his voice is like I can listen 2 hours of just Hugo Weaving speaking as Agent Smith. Sure,
Yes.
I'm in. Sign me up.
Yes.
I have to ask you this though.
Um,
Why? I never thought about this until last week. Why did they have to put a bug in his stomach when he's still in the Matrix? I didn't understand that. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I was taking notes. I didn't understand. Can they
um,
just track him? Why do they need a
they
bug?
obviously so I'm gonna read into it a bit. So they haven't been
Please.
able to find Morpheus.
Okay.
So I guess they had to make it more physical
Direct.
to put the tracker
Okay.
directly in him in the hopes that Morpheus will find him and therefore they can follow him. Because even though they're in the Matrix, the agents are still looking for Mr. Anderson before he's Neo. So it's not like they
Yeah.
just walked up to exactly where he was. So you can't find, they're just other programs. So I guess I kind of think of it as like Norton antivirus
I was more of a
scanning
McAfee guy myself, but I
McAfee,
guess Norton,
McAfee.
Windows Defender. Yeah, we were
But
losing
yeah,
people
they have
now.
to first scan. So they're scanning through everything. I don't know. They put an agent on him, right? A remote agent.
Yeah, yeah. God, please stop.
They installed an agent in
One of these people
in the
has a.
program.
Oh, you know what's a great bit too in the same bit in the interrogation scene? I can't remember what he says. He's talking about. He's like talking about there's the two sides, right? There's Thomas Anderson, Neo, but he's talking about Mr. Anderson. Like he pays his taxes, he helps his neighbor take out the trash, and he does like this look of disgust on his face, like
Yes,
ugh.
yes.
That's so
He hates
perfect.
humans so much. He hates his job.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
program who hates his job. He doesn't want to be there. He hates his humans. He'd rather not exist at all than to have to live with them.
yeah. Oh
He
my
says it.
God,
This it's the smell.
it's the
I
smell, and he
can't
does
get
it.
the stench as he rubs
It's
his fingers across Morpheus's sweaty head.
I'd almost argue Hugo Weaving is the MVP of this movie. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not.
He, I mean, pretty damn close. Like you
I mean,
said, you
there's
watch him and you're like absolutely transfixed
he's
in what he's doing
a
and
hundred
what he's
percent,
saying.
100%. Every scene he's in, every word he says, every look on his face. The other two poor bastards, the agents, I don't know what their names are, or like, and they have like five lines in
I,
the whole movie?
yes, they just look at each other a lot.
Oh yeah, they just
They
turn
just,
left. One
yeah,
turns left, one
one
turns
turns
right.
right, and then they,
But I will say this
you
too.
removed your communication, something, whatever they said.
With their little ear. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yes,
about. I think it's not just like one instance, right? It's probably like a 15-minute span, but the whole from the very introduction to Morpheus when he walks into the room, there's the lightning in the back, right? He's in the room, the red pill and the blue pill, and he wakes up, and to the point where he takes and he wakes up in the Matrix, all the way to when he does this whole thing about not when the training starts, right? But from Morpheus's introduction all the way to when he comes out of the pod, right? And he gets sucked in. He's on the ship, and then
yeah,
he takes him in and he shows him what happened to humanity. It's like that white screen. He shows him the
yes, yeah,
battery.
yeah.
That whole like 15-minute span, I think maybe I'm exaggerating, maybe it's hyperbole here, but one of the most iconic scenes in cinema. That whole like stretch, right? I think
Yes. I mean, Lawrence Fishburne, or
owns.
Cowboy Curtis to some of us,
Hey, Pee Wee.
uh, he was, I mean, just another magnificent performance. I mean, you could, you always run the risk of having a single person on screen talking for so much time, but
There's a
then
lot
you
of
have
exposition in
Lawrence,
that scene,
yes, but then you have Lawrence Fishburne basically catching us up on what the fuck's going on,
but you never mind.
and
There's good
you're
exposition
not
and bad
bored.
exposition. No,
You're not
no,
bored
yeah,
ever,
never.
ever. So we're nothing more than a battery.
He's
Um,
like, I know exactly what you mean. He's like a
yes,
splinter in your mind. He's even him. I mean, even the way Lawrence Fishburne is awesome, but
he is.
I feel like every science fiction movie after that had some kind of debt to whatever Agent Smith to Morpheus. But I mean, that whole sequence of 15, 20 minutes. I remember again being in the theater and for you sitting in front of your little 19-inch screen, but blew my mind. I'm like, oh my God, I've never
And
seen
that's
anything
the
like
best
this.
part is that this movie, you could have your mind blown, and many did. Like I said, this got me into philosophy. This is why I want to take a philosophy course. I went into when I started college the next year. But um, you, you, the exposition, the conversations, the world building, the everything else, completely glued to your screen, and then you had like some of the most amazing, never before seen fight sequences that
Yeah.
also had you like,
The
holy
the
fucking
flying
shit.
fighting when they're yeah
The
the
helicopter
bullet
hitting
time
the
the
bullet
bullet
time, the
times.
helicopter hitting the building and the ripples in the glass before it shatters.
Yes, I
Like,
forgot about that.
holy shit.
And that was everywhere after this movie too.
Everywhere. The slow motion to speeding up a little bit. There's
Right.
a guy who did it. He made his entire film about his entire career about it.
I remember
Like, cha-ching.
starts at Zack Edward Snyder. No,
It's
I'm just
a,
kidding.
it's
Um, yeah, there was a whole like special camera system they invented. I think the camera did like a 360 on a
no,
track around them.
I think they had just cameras all around
Oh, was that what it
the
was? I
whole
thought it
thing,
was
and it
one
just
camera rotate.
snap,
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
snap,
yeah.
snap,
Well,
snap,
now like
all
now you
across.
could do it on your iPhone, with
Yes.
like with freaking some kind of Adobe app. I will say this though. I think I thought this when it came out, and I still think it now. I know whatever, right? Technology and whatever. But I do think the idea, if I could just upload information directly into my brain, like, oh, I know 25 languages now. Sign me up.
That'd be
I'm,
nice.
I'm I'm not against that.
At this
I don't
point,
want meta glasses, but I would. You want to upload every language on planet Earth into my brain? Sure, I'm down.
yeah, but
I,
your head might explode
it's like
because
Johnny Mnemonic. Have you seen that
hey,
movie?
Keanu Reeves. I haven't, but I know what you're talking about.
You
But
haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it, but
It's
I know
not it's not great.
it's
It
not
might
the
be
Matrix.
fun to watch as a curiosity, but I have to tell you, I kind of relate to Cypher wanting to be put back in the Matrix.
If this is the real world right now, and there's an option to go into something better than what's currently going on,
It's-
plug me back in.
I want to be what do you say? I want to be somebody famous, rich, like like an actor. Did you say an actor
Yeah,
or
I
celebrity
think
or
so.
something like that? I got to be honest. Yeah, listen, he did sell everybody out. He did sell out. But I
Everyone.
get it. It's like I've been eating this friggin' gruel for 15 years.
And
Um,
Mouse keeps watching me every time he boots me in with the red lady. I don't like it. I say, give me 5 minutes. He's like, no, I have to make sure you're okay, he says.
I get I get the red lady too, right? But yeah,
Every
I would
time
want
my
to
head
be.
pops out, I get back in. Mouse isn't wearing pants. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Oh God, this movie is so good. And you know it's another thing too. I always forgot until I always forget until I watch it again, right? A few times I've rewatched it recently. But Gloria Foster, the actress who played the Oracle,
Ugh,
I mean it's not
so
her
good.
fault, right? But I mean she unfortunately passed away, but she's
Was it her fault? I mean, I
I
guess
don't
we're
know,
all at,
maybe she had diabetes or
I
something. I
don't
don't know.
know.
Not to disparage Gloria Foster. But no, that whole scene in her apartment is another great scene. Another
So
mind
good.
fuck, if you will, with the spoon. I
The
mean, the
whole
spoon
thing.
scene was like a line you heard everybody, right? Don't worry
That
about the
was
vase. Wait, I'm sorry. I told you not to worry about it.
so and I mean with her untimely passing, I did think that it was kind of uh clever the way they explained the new actress in
Oh,
the
was it?
latter
I don't
movies
remember.
where
It wasn't like
that's
a version updated
it's
I don't remember
something was, the Matrix was being corroded, right? So
yes.
she had to like hide or something, and so don't worry about my appearance. But yeah, she was so good.
I
So
love
good.
I loved the bits.
Everyone in this movie was fucking
Everybody's on
phenomenal.
point. Everybody's on point. Tank, Dozer.
Okay,
Sorry.
maybe not Tank.
The whole yeah, you mentioned the whole rescue. Another iconic scene, right, is that rescue of Morpheus, right, with the helicopter, them climbing up the walls. It's a little bit of gun porn, a little too much gun porn for my taste, but it's the way it's shot, right, the slow motion, climbing up the
Yes.
walls.
I mean, that whole scene in the vestibule, I mean, that's gun porn, but
That's what I'm
that was
saying.
so fucking cool.
It is gun
I
porn,
mean,
but
holy shit.
it is still pretty freaking
And
awesome.
I still and you know, the fighting between Neo and Agent Smith, I still do the thing where Neo punches
Oh, I know.
and he
Yeah, yeah,
grabs
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah,
hand, he
yeah,
sticks
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah,
fingers
yeah,
out and
yeah,
goes
yeah.
and chokes him. Oh,
Well, that's such an iconic scene too, right? At the end where you get the payoff and so again early in the beginning, right? You learn what the Matrix is and all that stuff in real time with Neo. You almost switch at the end. You get the payoff that Morpheus gets, right? In real time, you're like, oh shit, he is the one, right? He can
yeah,
fight. When the agent's like, oh my God, he can actually stop us. They can't comprehend what's
they run
happening, right?
away. They run away.
Yeah, right. But you get that too. That's a pretty. It's like, oh my God. I remember when the end goes. When the end was it wasn't Rage Against the Machine at the end, right? And I'm like,
Yes.
please, are they gonna make a sequel? I'm like, they can't. Are they gonna end here? I was immediately like, how long do I have to wait to see what happens next in
Yeah,
this
we'll
movie?
have to talk about the rest of them. But yeah, that was that was so good. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it other than like
No,
I can talk for an hour on each scene just because of how much I have paid attention to this movie and how many times I've seen this movie and how many books I've read about this movie
listen,
and everything else.
we can do an extended episode here. Do you have a lot you want to say? You want to wrap up? You want to keep? What do you want to do? We'll talk about
Nah,
whatever you want.
I no, I think
We could
for the
do an hour
sake
and a
of
half of this for the
like,
sake of our
yeah, I can't
listeners.
for the sake of our listeners, you can
All
just
right.
hear me. How many times do you want to hear me say that this was
Fucking
fucking
awesome.
amazing?
Because it is. There's no other thing that sums it up in one
I mean, I would
simple
like to
sentence.
know what people, because I know, with the time we have left, I know that people have poo-pooed the sequels like many people do, and
But they
some
have
pieces
Monica
are
Bellucci.
stronger.
I'll leave it at that.
So I guess we are going to be doing the sequel.
Persephone is the best character in the series. Anyway, all right, go ahead,
You'd
continue.
always told me you were a Merovingian fan, but okay.
Go
There,
ahead.
and yeah, I think the sequels did suffer sometimes from the exposition where it was like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
uh,
When he went to was the creator in that room with all the TVs,
yeah, and the
that was
whole
like
thing
so I
about
needed to pause it and get a notepad and write it down like a flow chart.
you really needed to watch, you need to actually watch all of these movies multiple times and study them with notes, and then go back and parse out. There, it's so densely packed.
Yes, there's a lot to digest. That's
Yes,
not easily caught
digestible
on a first watch. Not easily,
on a 10th watch where you're like, oh shit, wait a second.
it clicks
That's what that meant.
after watch 10.
Like honestly, I feel like I need to watch it a few more times after finding out that the Wachowskis initially viewed it as a trans allegory, because I didn't pick that up the beginning, because
Yeah.
why would I have picked it up in the beginning? But even going so far as I was reading it up that the red pill is literally the
Y-
color of the pill, like
Yeah.
down to that
Yeah.
detail where I'm like,
Yeah.
and of course that's been taken over by a certain group of people who
I
can't
I
get laid,
generally
but that's
wonder if I feel like sometimes these things are after the fact though. Like, it's easy to say 10 years
the
later,
way
like,
they
oh, I never did
explained
it.
it in the notes, like the fact that you had Switch, who
Yeah.
quite
Well,
literally
yeah.
they had an androgynous look
Well,
for the
even
character, and they
Tritney's,
wanted
yeah.
they wanted Switch to be female in the real world,
Hmm.
but a male in the Matrix.
Okay. I'd have to
But Warner
go back and
Brothers,
look.
surprise, surprise,
Poo-pooed.
didn't want
Well,
that one.
yeah, that was a different time. We only have, I mean, like I said, unless you want to
Like I said, I
go.
could speak about this for 12 more hours.
All
So,
right. Since we're not going to do a longer episode today, final quick thank you to everybody here for listening. We are on Apple, we are on YouTube, we are on Spotify. We got a few extra new listeners on YouTube and on Spotify this week. And yeah, we appreciate the comments. People have been adding comments. Anything you want to say to the people who are out there listening before we jump off here?
um, keep listening. Tell people about a comment. Actually, if you have something to say, just comment. Again, I
Please.
said it before, good, bad, indifferent. If you have a suggestion, something you want us to
Yeah.
do,
If there's an
something you
episode
want
you
us
want to
to,
hear,
yeah,
a
if you want to
show, an
hear us
episode, we'll do
bullshit
it.
about something, please
We'll
let us
talk about it.
know.
Yeah, excellent. All right. And that note, we'll wrap it up because otherwise we'll be here for 2 hours. So yeah, we just want to thank everybody for listening. And yeah, if for some reason you live in a cave and never seen it, please watch this movie. But thanks everybody for listening. We'll talk to you next week. Bye bye,
Bye all.
guys.